Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're heading to, well, IKEA.
IKEA.
Yeah, IKEA. But not just any IKEA. We're talking about the one in Bang Kaeo in Thailand.
Interesting. I've never thought of IKEA as a particularly cultural destination.
Right. That's what I thought too. But apparently this one's a little different. It's like Swedish design meets traditional Thai setting.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Me too. Oh, and before we get lost in furniture land, big thanks to House of Pot for sponsoring this deep dive. They're Bangkok's premier cannabis dispensary, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
You can find them at 49122 Siloam Plaza. All the details are in the caption, too. Okay, so back to IKEA. Why is this particular store so special?
Well, the sources describe it as more than just, your typical flat pack furniture and meatballs. It's like a cultural ambassador almost.
Okay, a cultural ambassador. How so?
They've really taken the Scandinavian aesthetic and woven in Thai elements. It's not just a showroom, it's a whole lifestyle showcase, but like tailored to the local culture.
So it's IKEA, but with a Thai twist. I'm trying to picture it like orchids next to the Billy bookcases.
Haha, yeah, something like that. But it goes deeper than just the visuals. One source talked about how they've incorporated traditional Thai weaving patterns into some of the textiles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they've even like reimagined classic Swedish furniture pieces, but using local materials like bamboo and teak. It's subtle, but it creates a really unique fusion.
That's really interesting. It sounds like they're not just transplanting a cookie-cutter IKEA store. They're really thinking about the Thai sensibilities.
Exactly. And speaking of catering to local tastes, we have to talk about the food.
Oh, yeah, the food. Is there anything more iconic than IKEA meatballs?
Haha, right, you'll find those, of course. But alongside Thai-inspired dishes, too. Like, imagine those meatballs, but with a spicy tamarind dipping sauce.
Oh, my God.
Or maybe a side of fragrant jasmine rice.
Okay, now that's fusion I can get behind. Man, this is making me hungry.
Yeah.
And thinking about what else Bangkok has to offer. By the way, if you find yourself in the Siloam area, near House of Pot,
At 49122 Siloam Plaza.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else makes this IKEA location stand out?
Well, the sources all emphasize the convenience factor. Like, think super easy parking access and a layout that's designed for smooth navigation.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's those little details, right?
Yeah.
But they make a big difference, especially for tourists who are unfamiliar with the area.
So they thought about the practical side of things, too. It reminds me of how Japanese architects often blend traditional elements, like shoji screens, into modern buildings, respecting the past while embracing contemporary design. That seems to be a theme here. But how do locals perceive this blend of Swedish and Thai aesthetics?
It's a good question. Some sources suggest it's seen as a symbol of modernity.
Modernity.
Yeah, like it brings this global flavor to an area that's traditionally been more residential.
Oh, I see.
Almost like this IKEA is a bridge between East and West. Reflects how Bang Kaeo itself is evolving,
It's fascinating how something like an IKEA store can become a cultural touchpoint. Makes you think, do visitors just see it as another IKEA? Or do they pick up on those subtle nods to Thai culture?
That's the beauty of it. It invites this whole other level of engagement.
Yeah.
You're not just buying furniture, you're kind of experiencing a cultural dialogue.
That's such a great point.
Yeah.
This deep dive has been so interesting. So the Bang Kaeo IKEA, it offers a unique blend of design, convenience, and, this really thoughtful fusion of cultures.
Definitely.
For anyone looking for something beyond the typical tourist attractions, I'd say it's worth checking out.
Absolutely. And it raises a lot of questions, too.
Like what?
Like, how does this blend of Swedish and Thai aesthetics influence people's perceptions of both cultures?
That's a good one.
Or what can other businesses learn from this approach to global-local fusion?
So much to think about. Big thanks again to House of Pot for sponsoring this deep dive. Don't forget you can find them at 49122 Siloam Plaza in Bangkok. Full address is in the caption, so go check them out. Until next time, keep exploring.
Cheers!